Two households, both alike in dignity. In fair Verona, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured, piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which, but their children's end, naught could remove, is now the 2 hours' traffic of our stage, which, if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toils shall strive to mend.
A dog of the house of Montague moves me.
To move is to stir, to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away.
A dog of the house shall move me to stand.
Draw thy tool. Here come 2,000 of Montagues.
My naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I'll back thee.
How? Turn thy back and run?
Nay, let us take the law of our own sides. Let them begin.
I will frown as I pass by. Let them take it as they dare.
Nay, I'll bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb.
Sir, do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law on our side if I say I?
No.
Nay, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb. Sir, do you
Quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, then I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better? Well, sir.
Say better. Here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Better, sir!
You will lie!
Draw off, you big man! Gregory, remember thy swashing blow!
Part, you fools! Put your weapons down, you know not what you do!
What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Bonvolio. Look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up your sword or manage to part these men with me.
What? Drawn? And talk of peace? I hate the word, as I hate hell!
Yeah!
All Montagues, and thee! How about thee, coward?
What noise is this? My long sword, hold! This sword, I say! Old Montague has come and forces his blade in the head of me! Villain, cap your lag!
Thou shalt not want to seek a foe!
Not let me go!
Down with the casket!
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, on pain of torture, from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3, civil brawl. by thee, old Capulet, and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon to know our further pleasures in this case. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart!
Who said this ancient quarrel knew a broach? Speak, nephew, were you by when it began? Here were the servants of your adversary, and yours, close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them. The instant came the fiery Tybalt, with his sword propeller paired. While we were interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more and fought on part and part, till the prince came.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
Many a morning he hath been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of him,
Have you opportuned him by any means?
both by myself and many other friends. Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would as willingly give cure as know.
So here he comes. So please you, step aside. I'll know his grievance, or much be denied.
Come, madam, let's away.
Good morrow, cousin. Is the day so young? But new struck 9.
By me, sad hours seem long. Was not my father that went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love.
Out.
Of love.
Out of her favor. Where I am in love.
Alas, that love so gentle in his view should be so tyrannous and rough in proof. Tell me in sadness, cousin, who is it that you love?
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I ain't so near what I supposed you loved.
All right, fair marksman, and she's fair I love.
All right, fair mark, fair cuz, is soonest hit.
Well, in that hit you miss. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow, she hath Dian's wit. And in strong proof of chastity well armed. From love's weak, childish bow she lives unharmed. She'll not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes.
Then she hath sworn that she will live chaste.
She hath, and in that sparing makes huge waste. She hath forsworn to love. And in that vow do I live dead that live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Oh, teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes. Examine other beauties.
He that is struck and blind cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost. Show me a mistress that is in passing fair. What doth her beauty serve but as a note where I may read who passed that passing fair? Farewell, thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine or die in thy debt.
But Montague is bound as well as I, in penalty alike. And 'tis not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace.
In honorable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you lived at odds for so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying o'er what I have said before, my child is yet a stranger to the world. She hath not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her ripe to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid.
And too soon marred are those so early made. The earth hath swallowed all my hopes but she. She is the hopeful lady of my earth. This night I hold an old accustomed feast.
whereto I have invited many a guest. At my poor house look to behold this night earth-treading stars that make dark heaven light. Here all see, and like her most, whose merit most shall be, which, on more view of many, mine being one, may stand in number, though in reckoning none. Come, go with me.
Go, sirrah, trudge about through fair Verona, find those persons out whose names are written here, and to them say my house, and welcome on their pleasure stay.
Find them out whose names are written here? It is written that the fisher should meddle with his brush and the painter with his nets. And I am sent to find those persons whose names are here writ, and can never know what names the writing person hath here writ. I must to the learned in good time.
Tut, man, take thou some new infection to thine eye, and the rank poison of the old will die.
Your plantain leaf is excellent for that, sir. Good evening, good fellow.
Good evening. I pray, sir, can you read?
Aye, mine own fortune in my misery.
I pray, can you read anything you see?
Aye, if I know the letters and the language.
Ye speak honestly. Rest you merry.
Stay, fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, County Anselm and his beauteous sisters, Mercutio and his brother Valentine, mine uncle Capulet, my fair niece, Rosaline. A fair assembly! Whither should they come?
To supper, to our house.
Whose house?
My master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Now I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet, and if you be not of the house of Montagues, I pray you, come and crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At the same ancient feast of the Capulet sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so lovest. Go thither, and with impartial eye, compare her face to some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
One fairer than my love? The all-seeing sun ne'er saw her match since the world begun.
Tut, you saw her fair, none else being by.
I'll go alone. No such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
Nurse, where is my daughter? Call her forth to me.
Now by my maidenhead at 12-year-old I bade her come. What? Lamb? Ladybird? God forbid, where is this girl? Juliet?
How now? Who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I am here. What is your will? Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor I dream not of. An honor. Were I not thine only nurse, I would say thou hadst sucked wisdom from thy teat.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you, here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
Oh, a man, young lady. Lady, such a man as all the world. Why, he's a man of wax.
Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
In faith, he's a flower, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast, read o'er the volume of Paris' face, and find delight were there with beauty's pen. So shall you share all that he doth possess by having him, making yourself no less.
No less, nay, bigger. Women grow by men.
Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris love?
I'll look to like, if looking liking move.
But no more deep will I endart mine eye than thy consent gives strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come, supper served up, you called, my young lady asked for, the nurse nursed in the pantry, and everything in extremity. I must hence to wait. I beseech you, follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl, seek happy nights to happy days.
Give me a torch, I am not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead. So stakes me to the ground, I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers. And so bound, I cannot bound a pitch above your woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it, should you burden love? Too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down. Give me a case to put my visage in. A visor for a visor. What care I what curious eyes quote deformities? Here are the beetle brow shall blush for me.
Tut, man, take thou... Go thither and... Let's go in. A torch for me, let wantons light of heart tickle the senseless rushes with their heels. I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game was ne'er so fair, and I am done.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
Oh, so did I.
Well, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep while they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn by a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, the wagon spokes of the longest spider's legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, the collars of the moonshine's watery beams, the traces of the smallest spider's web, the whip of cricket's bone, the lash of film, the wagoner, a small, gray-coated gnat. And in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love, or courtiers' knees that dream on curtsies straight, or lawyers' fingers that straight dream on fees, or ladies' lips that straight on kisses dream. And sometimes comes she with a tithe-pig's tail, tickling a parson's nose as he lies asleep. Then dreams he of another benefice. And sometimes drives she o'er a soldier's neck. Then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breaches, ambuscados, Spanish blades, of healths 5 fathoms deep. And then, anon, drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frightened, swears a prayer or two, and sleeps again. This is the very Mab that plaits the manes of horses as they sleep, and bakes the elf locks in the foul, sluttish hairs that once untangled much misfortune loads. This is the hag when maids lie on their backs, that presses them and learns them first to bear. This is she!
Peace, peace, Mercutio, thou talkest of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams.
Oh! Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels. and expire the term of a despised life closed within my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath steerage of my course, direct my sail.
Such as would please. 'Tis gone. 'Tis gone, 'tis gone. Nay, sit, good cousin Capulet, for you and I are past our dancing days. How long is it now since thou yourself and I were in a mass? 30 years. What, man, 'tis not so much, 'tis not so much.
'Tis more. What lady is that which doth enrich the hand of yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. So shows a snowy dove trooping with crows as yonder lady or fellow shows. My heart loved till now, forswear its sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
This by his voice should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier, boy. Now, by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman, wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe.
Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle cause, let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman. And to say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. Therefore be patient, take no note of him. Show a fair presence and put off these frowns, an ill-beseeming semblance for a feast.
It fits when such a villain is a guest. I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. What goodman boy I say he shall. Go to. Am I the master here, or you? Go to. You'll not enjoy him. God shall mend my soul.
But uncle, 'tis a shame.
You are a saucy boy, so indeed. What? Cheerly, my hearts.
I will withdraw, but this intrusion shall, now seeming sweet, convert to bitter gall.
I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine. The gentle fine is this, my lips, two blushing pilgrims ready stand, to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch. Palm to palm is Holy Palmer's kiss.
Have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim lips that they must use in prayer.
Then, dear saints, let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou, lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. Thus from my lips by yours my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from thy lips, O trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
You kiss by the book.
Madam? Your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Mary, bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear account, my life is my foe's debt. Let's away. The sport is at its best. Aye, so I fear the more is my unrest.
Nay, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. Is it and so? Why, then I thank you all. I thank you, honest gentlemen. Good night. More torches here. Come on, then. Let's to bed. Ah, sir, by my fay, it waxes late. Now to my rest.
Come hither, nurse. What's he that follows there that would not dance?
I know not.
Go! Ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love, sprung from my only hate. Too early seen, unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me, that I must love a loathed enemy.
Juliet!
Anon, anon. Come, let's away. All the guests are gone.
Now, old desire doth in his deathbed lie, and young affection gapes to be his heir. That which love groaned for and would die, with tender Juliet matched, is now not fair. Now Romeo is beloved and loves again, alike bewitched by the charm of looks. But to his foes pose he must complain, and she still loves sweet bait from fearful hooks. Being held a foe, he may not have access to breed such vows as lovers used to swear, and she as much in love, her means much less, to meet her new beloved anywhere. But passion lends them power, time, means to meet, tempering extremities with extreme sweet.
Da 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 da. Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn back, Dolurth, and find thy center out. Romeo! My cousin Romeo!
He is wise, and on my life hath stolen him home to bed.
He hath ran this way and leapt the orchard wall.
Call, good Mercutio.
Nay, I'll conjure too. Romeo, humors, madman, passion, lover. I conjure thee by Rosalind's high forehead, by her bright eyes, scarlet lips, by her fine foot, straight leg, quivering thigh, and the domains that there adjacent lie, that in thou likeness thou appear to us.
And if he hear thee, thou wilt anger him.
This cannot anger him. My invocation is fair and honest.
Come, let's away. He hath ran and hid himself among these trees to be consorted with the humorous night. Blind is his love that best befits the dark.
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Come, shall we go?
Go then, for 'tis in vain. To seek him here, that means not to be found.
Yes, that scars that never felt a wound.
What's up? What light the yonder window breaks?
It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, which is already sick and pale with grief, that thou who made art far more fair than she. She speaks, and yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, to entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. But if her eyes were there, they in her head, the brightness of her cheek would shame those stars, as sunlight doth a lamp. Her eyes would through that airy region stream so bright, that birds would sing and think it were not night. Oh, see how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I wear a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. Speak again, bright angel.
Oh, Romeo. Romeo. Wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose, by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word.
What man art thou that thus screened in night so stumblest on my counsel?
By name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, you say, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither fair saint, if either thee is like.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings that our purse these walls.
For stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee here, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight.
By whose direction foundst thou this place?
By love, who first had brought me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as the vast shore washed with the farthest sea. I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush but paint my cheek for that which you have heard me speak tonight. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say, Jove laughs. Gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou think I'm too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo. But else, not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear that
I
tips...
swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear
Oh,
love...
do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
Oh, I did give thee mine before thou didst request it. And yet, I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again. And yet, I wish but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. Juliet? I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Sweet Montague, be true.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. I am afeard. Being in night, all this is but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word where and what time thou wilt perform the rite. And all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam?
I come anon, but if thou meanst not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam?
By and by I come to cease thy suit and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. For love goes towards love as schoolboys from their books. But love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Romeo.
It is my soul that calls upon my name.
Romeo.
My dear,
At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
at the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
No, 'tis almost morning. I would have thee gone. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast.
Hence will I to my ghostly father's cell, his help to crave and my dear hap to tell.
The gray-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light. I must upfill this osier cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juiced flowers. The earth that's nature's mother is her tomb. What is her burying grave? That is her womb. And from her womb, children of diverse kind we, sucking on her natural bosom, find. Many for many, virtues excellent. None but for some, and yet all different. Oh, mickle is the powerful grace that lies in plants, herbs, stones, and their true qualities. For not so vile that on the earth doth live, but to the earth some special good doth give. Within the infant rind of this small flower, poison hath residence and medicine power. Two such opposed kings encamp them still, in man as well as herbs, grace and rude will. And where the worser is predominant, full soon the canker death eats up that plant.
Good morrow, father.
Young son, it argues a distempered head so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Or if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
The last was true. A sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin, was thou with Rosaline?
My ghostly father, no. I forgot that name. And that name's low.
There's my good son. But where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee. Ere thou ask it me again, I have been feasting with mine enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me. That's by me wounded. Both are remedies within thy help and holy physic lie.
Be plain, dear son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds, but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. We met, we wooed, we made exchange of vow. I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis! What a change is here! Is Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then truly lies not in their hearts, but in their eyes. By heavens, what a deal of brine hath washed thy shallow cheeks for Rosaline! The sun not yet thy sighs from heaven clears, thy old groans ring yet in my ancient ears. Lo, here upon thy cheek the stain doth sit of an old tear that is not washed off yet. If e'er thou was thyself in these woes thine, thou and these woes were all for Rosaline.
Thou chidest me off for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
And badest me bury love.
Not in a grave.
I pray thee, chide not, for she whom I love now doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well, thy love did read by rote and could not spell. But come, young waverer, come, go with me. In one respect, I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn thy household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence! I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father's, I spoke with his man.
Alas, that same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline, torments him so that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kingsman of the old Capulet, hath sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life?
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, Romeo will answer the letter's master, how he dares being dared.
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead, stabbed with a white wench's black eye. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
Oh, more than a prince of cats, I can tell you. Oh, he is the courageous captain of compliments. He fights as you sing prick song, measures time, distance, proportion, Rest me his minimum rest. 1, 2, and third in your bosom. Oh, the very butcher of a silk button. A duelist. A duelist. Oh, a gentleman of the first house, of the first and second cause. Oh, the immortal passado, the punto reverso, the high.
Here comes Romeo.
Bonjour, Monsieur Romeo. There's a French salutation for your French leave. You gave us a counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir, can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio, my business was great. And in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That's as much as to say a case such as yours may constrain a man to bow in that hand.
Meaning to curtsy?
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
A most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am the very pink of courtesy.
Pink for flower.
Right.
Why then is my pump well flowered?
Well said. Now follow me this jest till thou hast worn out thy pump, that when the single sole of it is worn, the jest may remain after the wearing solely singular.
Oh, single-souled jest. Solely singular for the singleness.
Oh, come between us, good Benvolio, my wit's fate. Oh, is this not better than groaning for love? Now art thou Romeo. Now art thou Romeo.
Good morrow, gentlemen.
Good evening, fair gentlewoman.
Is it good evening?
'Tis even so, for the body hand of the dial is even now upon the prick of nil.
Out upon you! What a man are you!
One gentlewoman that God hath made for himself to mar.
Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I am the youngest of that name, for fault of a worse.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She will invite him to some supper.
A bod, Soho. Romeo, will to your father's, will you to dinner thither?
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady, farewell. Lady.
I pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this?
A gentleman nurse that loves to hear himself talk.
My young lady bade me inquire you out. But first, let me tell you, if you should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, it were a very gross kind of behavior, as they say. For the gentlewoman is young, and if you should deal double with her, it is a very ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and a very weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me to thy lady. Bid her devise some means to come to shrift this afternoon, and there she shall at Friar Lawrence's cell be shrived and married.
Oh, this afternoon, sir. Well, she shall be there.
Farewell, commend me to thy mistress.
Now God bless thee. Hark thee, sir.
Commend me to thy lady.
Aye, 1,000 times.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour, she promised to return. Had she affections and warm, youthful blood, she would be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my love and his to me. But old folks, many fain as they were dead, unwieldy, heavy, pale as lead. Oh God, she comes! Hey, nurse, what news? Oh Lord, why lookest thou sad? No news be sad, yet tell them merrily.
Oh, can you not stay a while? Fie, how my bones ache, what a jaunt have I had.
I wouldst thou had my bones, and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee, speak. Good nurse, please speak.
What haste? Okay, can you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? Is thy news good or bad?
you know not how to choose a man. Romeo, no, not he, though his looks be better than any man's, he is not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb. What, have you dined at home?
No, but all of this did I know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Lord, how my head aches. Oh, what a head have I. It beats as if it would fall into 20 pieces. And oh, my back, my back. Be sure your heart for sending me to catch my death with jaunting up and down.
Faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet nurse, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman. Where's your mother?
Where's your mother? Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
Oh, are you so hot? Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
Come! What says Romeo?
Have you leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrencel. There stays a husband to make you his wife. Oh, hie you to church. I must another way to fetch a ladder by the which your love must climb a bird's nest as soon when it is dark.
Hie to high fortune, honest nurse, farewell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen, amen, but come what sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but close our hands with holy words, then let love devouring death do what he dare. It is enough I may but call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. Therefore, love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Here comes the lady.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo will thank thee, daughter, for us both.
As much to him, else his thanks is too much.
Juliet, if the measure of thy joy be heaped like mine, and that thy skill be more to blazon it, then sweeten with thy breath this neighbor air, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive in either by this dear encounter.
Conceit, more rich in matter than in words, brags of his substance, not of ornament. They are but beggars that can count their worth. But my true love has grown to such excess that I cannot sum up some of half my wealth.
Come, and we will make short work. For by your leave you shall not be alone till Holy Church incorporate two in one.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets are abroad, and if we meet them, we shall not escape a brawl.
You are like one of those fellows that when he enters the confines of a tavern, he claps me his sword upon the table and says, God send me no need of thee, but by the operation of the second cup draws it on the waiter when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Come, thou art as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved.
By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Follow me close, for I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good evening. A word with one of you?
Oh, but one word with one of us? Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, if you will give me occasion.
Can you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort? What, dost thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us? Look to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance.
We talk here in the public count of men. Either withdraw to some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure eye.
Well, peace be with you. Here comes my man.
But I'll be hanged, sir, if you wear your livery.
Romeo! The hate I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain!
Tybalt, the reason I have to love thee doth much excuse the upturning rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none, therefore farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
Boy! This shall not excuse the injuries thou hast committed against me. Therefore, turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, whose name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives.
I am for you.
Draw them, Julio, beat down their weapons.
Come, sir, you're passado.
Gentlemen, for shame, forbear this outrage.
Kitty, kitty, kitty. Like that.
Whoa. Mercutio.
Get me, cat.
Mercutio, the prince hath expressly forbidden banding in Verona streets.
Yeah, Mercutio!
Hurry, Mercutio.
Oh, these rats, why, Tybalt? Come on.
I am hurt. Plague on both your houses. I'm sped. Is he gone and hath nothing?
What, art thou hurt?
I scratch. Mary, 'tis enough. Where's my page? Go, villain, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man, that should not be much.
No, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as the church door, but 'tis enough 'twill serve. Look for me tomorrow, and you will find me a grave man. Why, the devil, you betray
between us. I was hurt under your arm. I thought all for the best. Take me to some house, Benvolio, where I shall bake. A plague on both your houses! You have made worms meat of me. I have it, and soundly too, your houses!
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, I've got his mortal hurt on my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that an hour hath been my kinsman. Oh, sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Oh, Romeo. Romeo, great Mercutio's dead.
This day's black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe, others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt, back again.
Alive in triumph, and Mercutio slain. Away to heaven, respective lenities! And fire and fury be my conduct now. Now, Tybalt, take the villain back again that late thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads. Stay for thine to keep him company.
Thou wretched boy that didst destroy him here, shall live in hence.
This shall determine that.
Away! The citizens are up and Tybalt is slain. Stand there, thee not amazed. The prince will doom thee to death if thou art taken.
I am fortune's fool!
Why dost thou stay? Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Here lays the man slain by young Romeo, that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my cousin. Oh, my brother's child! Oh, prince! Oh, cousin! Husband! Oh, the blood is spilled of my dear kinsman! Prince, as thou art true, for blood of ours, shed blood of Montague!
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain, whose Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair, could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt, deaf to peace. An envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, and taught they'd go like lightning. For ere could I draw to part them, was stout Tybalt slain.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, Prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes but what the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence! I have an interest in your hate's proceedings. My blood for your rude brawls doth lie a-bleeding. I shall be deaf to pleadings and excuses. Nor tears nor prayers shall purchase out abuses. Therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste. Else, when he is found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body and attend our will. Mercy but murders. pardoning those that kill.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, towards Phoebus' lodging. Such a wagoner as Phaeton would whip you to the west and bring in cloudy night immediately. Spread thy close curtain, love-performing night, that runaways' eyes may wink. And Romeo, leap to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Come, civil knight, thou sober-suited matron, all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match, played for a pair of stainless maidenhoods. Come, gentle knight, come, loving black-browed knight, give me my Romeo. And when he shall die, take him and cut him into little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. I have bought the mansion of a love, but not possessed it. And though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day, as is the night before some festival, to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Oh, here comes my nurse. Hast thou met with him? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Oh, we are undone, lady, we are undone. Alack the day. He's gone. He's killed. He's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo. Oh, Romeo.
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Romeo slain himself?
Oh, I saw the wound. I saw it with mine own eyes. God save the mark, here on his manly breast.
Oh, break my heart. Poor bankrupt, break at once. To prison eyes, ne'er look on liberty. Vile earth, to earth resign, end motion here. And thou and Romeo press one heavy bier.
Tybalt, the best friend that I had. Honest Tybalt, courteous gentleman, that I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Tybalt dead, and is Romeo slaughtered, my dear loved cousin and my dear lord?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. He that killed him is banished.
Oh God. Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
Did. Alas, the day did.
Oh, serpent heart, hid with flowering face. Did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend, angelical, just opposite to what thou justly seemst, a damned saint, an honorable villain. Oh, nature, what hadst thou to do in hell when thou didst bower the spirit of a fiend in moral paradise of such sweet flesh? Was ever book containing such vile matter so fairly bound? Oh, that deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There's no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. These sorrows, these griefs, these woes make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is a shame to sit. What a beast was I to chide at him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I,
Thy 3 hours' wife have mangled it. But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have slain my husband. That foolish tears, back to your native springs, my husband lives. That Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt's dead that would have slain my husband. Well, this is comfort. Wherefore weep I then? Some word there was, worser than Tybalt's death that murdered me. I would forget it fain, but it presses to my memory. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. That banished, that one word, banished, hath killed 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death was woe enough had it ended there. Why followed not, when she said Tybalt's death, thy father, or thy mother, nay, or both? But with a rearward following Tybalt's death, Romeo is banished. To speak that word is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is banished. There's no limit, measure, bound, end in that word's death. No words can that woe sound. Where's my father and my mother, nurse? Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corpse. Will you go with them? I will bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent when theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment. Take up those cords, nurse. For ropes, you are beguiled, both you and I, for Romeo is exiled. He made you as a highway to my bed, but I, a maid, thy maiden widowed. Come, cords. Come, nurse. I'll to my wedding bed. And death, not Romeo, take my maiden head.
Hie you to your chamber. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where he is. Hark ye, your Romeo will be here tonight. I'll to him. He is hid at Firelord's cell.
Find him, and give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Come forth, thou fearful man. Affliction is enamored of thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity.
Father, what news? What is the prince's doom? What sorrow craves acquaintance at my hand that I yet know not? What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment hath vanished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment. Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Be patient. Hence from Verona art thou banished, but the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. And banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death, and banishing is death mistermed. Calling death banishment? Thou cuttest my head off with a golden axe, and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
Oh, deadly sin, oh, rude unthankfulness! Thy fault, Armagh, caused death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law, and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture, not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives, and every dog and cat and little mouse
Every unworthy thing may live here and look on her, but Romeo may not. More validity, more honorable states, more courtship lives and carrion flies than Romeo. They may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand and steal immortal blessings from her lips. But Romeo may not, he is banished. Flies may do this, but I from this must fly. They are free men, but I am banished. And sayest thou yet that exile is not death? Hast thou no poison mixed, no sharp ground knife, no sudden means of death, but banished to kill me with? Banished! Pray the damned that use that word in hell! Howlings attend it! How hast thou the heart, being a divine, a ghostly confessor, a sin absolver, and my friend professed, to mangle me with that word banished?
Thou fond madman, hear me but speak a word.
Thou wilt speak again of banishment.
I will give thee armor to keep off that word. Adversity's sweet milk, philosophy, to comfort thee though thou art banished.
Yet banished! Hang out philosophy, unless philosophy can make a Juliet. Displant a town, reverse a prince's tomb. It helps not, it prevails not, talk no more.
And I see that madmen have no ears.
How should they when that wise men have no eyes?
Let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
Thou canst not speak of that thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, and I were but married, Tybalt, murdered, doting like me, and like me banished, then mightest thou speak, then mightest thou tear thy hair, and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise. What knocks, good Romeo? Hide thyself. Hark how they knock. Who's there? Romeo, arise, thou wilt be taken. Stay a while. Stand up, run to my study. By and by God's will, what simpleness is this? I come. Who's there? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Holy friar, tell me, holy friar, where is my lady's lord? Where is Romeo?
There on the ground with his own tears made his run.
He is even in my mistress' case. Piteous predicament. Even so she lies, blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up. Stand up and be a man. For her sake, for Juliet's sake, rise and stand.
Speakest thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Does she not think me an old murderer? Now I have stained the childhood of our joy, but blood removeth the little from her own. Where is she, and how doth she, and what says my concealed lady of our cancelled love?
She says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps, and now falls down, and then starts up, and on Tybalt calls, and on Romeo cries, and then falls down again.
As if that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun, did murder her. As that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman. Oh, tell me, friar, tell me, and what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me that I may set the hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand! Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thy tears are womanish. Thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Unseemly woman in a seeming man, or ill-beseeming beast in seeming both. Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order, I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself,
And slay the lady too that lives in thee, by doing damned hate upon thyself? Why railst thou on thy birth to heaven and earth? Since birth, heaven, and earth, all three do meet in thee at once, which thou at once shouldst lose. Fie, fie. Thou shamest thy shape, thy love, thy wit, which, like a usurer, aboundest in all, and usest none in that true use indeed, which should bedeck thy shape, thy love, thy wit. Thy noble shape is but a form of wax, digressing from the valor of a man. Thy dear love sworn but hollow perjury, killing the love which thou hast vowed to cherish. Thy wit, that ornament to shape and love, misshapen in the conduct of them both. Like powder in a skilless soldier's flask is set aflame by thine own ignorance, and thou dismembered with thine own defense. What? Rouse thee, man. Thy Juliet is alive. For whose dear sake thou wast but nearly dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy too. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns to banishment. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings lights upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. Yet like a misbehaved and sullen wench, thou poutest on thy fortune and thy love. Take heed. Take heed. For such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy lady as was decreed. Ascend her chamber and comfort her. But look thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live, till we can find a time to blaze thy marriage, reconcile thy friends, beg pardon of the prince, and welcome thee back with 1,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before nurse and commend me to thy lady. Bid her hasten all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
Lord, I could have stayed here all night to hear such good counsel. Oh, what learning is. My lord, I will tell my lady you will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to chide.
Here, sir, a ring she bid me give you, sir. Now, hark ye, make haste, for it grows very late.
Oh, how well my comfort is revived by this.
Go, get you gone, and here stands all your state. Either be gone before the watch is set, or by the break of day, disguise from hence. Give me thy hand. 'Tis late. Farewell, good night.
But the joy past joy calls out upon me. It were a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily that we have had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly, and so did I. Well, we were born to die.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she is meet up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she will be ruled in all respects by me. Nay, more, I doubt it not. Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here of my son, Paris' love, and bid her mark you me on Wednesday next. But soft, what day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday, ha ha, well, Wednesday is too soon. On Thursday be it. On Thursday tell her she shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? What say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Well, get you gone. Go you to Juliet ere you go to bed. Prepare her wife against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord. Light to my chamber, ho!
Are we gone? Not yet near day. It's the nightingale and not the lark which pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love,
What envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east? Night's candles are burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight. It is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torch-bearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet, thou needst not to be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I am content so thou wilt have it so. I'll say yon gray is not the morning's eye, nor that is not the lark whose notes do beat the vaulty heaven so high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is my soul? Let's talk. It is not day.
It is. It is. I hence be gone away. It is the lark which sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. For now be gone, more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam, your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
Then window, let day in, and let life out.
Farewell. One kiss and I'll descend.
What thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all these woes shall serve as sweet discourses in our time to come. Adieu. Adieu.
O fortune, all men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, what hast thou to do with him that is renowned for faith? Be fickle, fortune, for then I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but send him back.
Oh, daughter, are you up? Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? Have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss cannot choose, but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for his death, as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain, and he be many miles asunder. God pardon him. I do with all my heart, and yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these my hands, would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not, and then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him. Dead, is my poor heart for a kinsman vexed? How my heart abhors to hear him named and cannot come to him, to wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body that slaughtered him.
But now I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I pray your ladyship?
Well, well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church, and by Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste, that I should wed ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you, Tell my lord and father I will not wed. And when I shall, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
When the sun sets, the air that drizzles you, but for the sunset of my brother's son, it rains downright. How now, girl? Still in tears? Evermore showering? Wife, have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft. Take me with you. Take me with you, wife. How? Will she none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her groom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How now? How now, chop logic? What is this? The proud, and I thank you, and I thank you not, and yet not proud? Mistress Minion, you thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joints, against Thursday next to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither.
Good father, I beseech thee on my knees to hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch, I tell thee what? Get thee to church on Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me, my fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child. But now I see that one is one too many, and we have a curse in having her. Out on her, Hilding!
God in heaven bless her, you are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
Peace, you mumbling fool, utter your gravity over a gossip's bowl, for here we need it not!
You are too hot.
Day, night, hour, tide, time, work, play, alone, in company, still my care hath been to have her matched. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as one's thought would wish a man, and then to have a wretched puling fool to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I am too young, I pray you pardon me. But as you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to it, think on it. I do not use to jest. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart. Advise. And you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets. For by my soul, I'll ne'er acknowledge thee.
Is there no pity? Sitting in the clouds, it sees to the bottom of my grief. Oh, sweet my mother, turn me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week. Or if thou wilt not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Oh God, nurse, how shall this be prevented? Comfort me, counsel me.
Faith, here it is. Since the case so stands as now it doth, I think it best you married with the county.
Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dish count to him.
An eagle, madame, hath not so fair, so quick, so green an eye as Paris hath. Be sure, my heart, I think you are very happy in the second match, for it excels your first.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, or else be shrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me a marvelous much. Go in, and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father, to Lawrence cell, to make confession and be absolved.
Marry, I will, and it is wisely done.
Go, counselor. Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. Well, to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir? The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind, and even as the course I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death. Her father counts it dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom hastes our marriage.
Here comes the lady towards my cell.
Happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be, love, on Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make a confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
So will ye, I am sure, that you love me.
In doing so, it will be of more price, being spoke behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears have got small victory by that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thou wrongst it more than tears with that report.
That is no slander, sir, which is the truth. And what I spake it to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
That may be, sir, for it is not mine own. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now, or shall I come to thee at evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter, now. My lord, we must entreat this time alone.
God forbid I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early I will rouse ye. Till then, adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door! And when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past sure, past help.
Juliet, I already know the measure of thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it, on Thursday next be married to this county.
Tell me not, friar, that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If, in thy wisdom, thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this night I'll help it presently.
Hold, daughter! I do spy some kind of hope, which craves as desperate an execution, as desperate as that which we would prevent. If, rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap, rather than marry Paris from off the battlements of yonder tower, or walk in thievish ways. Bid me lurk where serpents are. Chain me with roaring bears, and I will do it without fear or doubt to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold then. Go home. Be merry. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Let not thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off. When presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor. For no pulse shall keep his native progress, but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify that thou livest.
And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death, thou wilt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Then, as the manner of our country is, in all thy best array uncovered on the bier, thou wilt be borne to the same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking, and that very night shall he bear thee to Mantua. Go, be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a sister with speed with my letters to thy lord.
Farewell, dear father.
How now, my headstrong? Where have you been gadding?
Where I have learned me to repent of the sin of disobedient opposition to you and your behests, and am enjoined by Holy Lawrence to fall prostrate here and beg forgiveness. Pardon! Henceforth, I am ever ruled by you.
Why, I am glad on it. This is well. Stand up. This is as it should be.
Nurse, will you go with me into my chamber to sort out such needful ornaments as you think fit to furnish me tomorrow?
No, not till Thursday. There is time enough.
Go, nurse, go with her. We'll to church tomorrow.
We shall be short in our provisions. 'Tis now near night.
Tush. I will stir about, wife, and all things shall be well, I warrant thee. My heart is wondrous light, since this same wayward girl is so reclaimed.
Need you my help?
No, madam. So please you, let me now be left alone. And let the nurse this night sit up with you, for I am sure you have your hands full all in this so sudden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint, cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call them back again to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come, Vio. What if it be a poison, which the friar subtly hath ministered to have me dead, lest in this marriage he should be dishonored because he married me before to Romeo? I fear it is. And yet methinks it should not. For he hath still been tried a holy man. How if, when I am laid in the tomb, I wake before the time that Romeo comes to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, to whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes in, and there die, strangled ere my Romeo comes? Oh, if I live, is it not very like so early waking, what with loathsome smells and shrieks like mandrakes torn out of the earth, that living mortals, hearing them, run mad? Oh, if I live, shall I not be distraught, environed by all these hideous fears? Oh, look. Methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo that did spit his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo, I come. This do I drink to thee.
Hold, take these keys, and more spices, nurse.
They call for dates and quinces in the pastry.
Come, stir, stir, stir! The second cock hath crowed, the curfew bell hath rung. 'Tis 3 o'clock. Look to the baked meats, good Angelica, spare not for the cost. Now, sir, what's there?
Things for the cook, sir.
But I know not what.
Make haste, make haste. Sarah, fetch drier logs.
I have a head, sir, that I'll find out long.
Mass, and well said. A merry horse, son. Thou shalt be long ahead. Good faith, 'tis morrow. The count, he will be here with music straight, for so he said he would. I hear him near. Wife, nurse, what ho, what nurse, I say. Go waken Juliet, go trim her up. I'll chat with Paris. Hi, make haste.
Mistress, what mistress? Juliet. Fast I'll warrant her she. Lamb, ladybird. Fie you slug a bed, sleep for a week. The next night I warrant you shall but rest very little. God forgive me, Merida, men, how sound is she asleep? I must needs wake her. Madam, madam, madam! Alas, alas. Help! Help! My lady's dead! Oh, my lord, my lady!
What noise is this?
Oh, look, look, heavy day!
What is the matter?
Oh, lamentable day!
Oh, me! Oh, me! My child! My only life! Revive. Look up, or I will die with thee!
For shame, bring Juliet forth, her lord is come.
She's dead! Deceased, she's dead! Oh, lack the day!
Ha! Let me see her. Out. Alas, she's cold. Death ties up my tongue and will not let me speak.
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. O son, the night before thy wedding day hath death lain with thy wife. Here she lies, flower as she was, deflowered by him. Death is my son-in-law. Death is my heir, my daughter he hath wedded. I will die and leave him all. Life, living, all is dead!
Have I stopped long to see this morning's face? And doth it give me such a sight as this?
Peace, ho, for shame! Confusion's cure lives not in these confusions. Heaven and yourself had part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all, and all the better it is for the maid. Dry up thy tears, and place your rosemary on this fair course, and as the custom is, in all her best array, bear her unto church. Sir, go you in, and madam, go with him. And go, Sir Paris, everyone prepare to follow this fair course unto her grave. The heavens do lower upon you for some ill. Move them no more by crossing their high will.
Say, let us take up our pipes and be gone.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead, and breathed such life with kisses in my lips, that I revived and was an emperor. News from Verona, how now, Balthazar? Dost thou bring me letters from the friar? How fares my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she be well and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her immortal part with angels lives. I saw her laid low in her kindred vault, and presently took post to tell it you. Pardon me for bringing this ill news, since you did leave it for my office, sir.
Is it even so? Then I defy you, stars! Thou knowest my lodging. Get me ink and paper and hire post horses. I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and Do you import some misadventure?
Hush, thou art deceived. Leave me and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter, get thee gone and hire those horses. I'll be with thee straight.
Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let's see for means. Oh, mischief, thou art swift to enter the thoughts of desperate men.
What ho! Apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Hold. There is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison. Such soon speeding gear as will disperse itself through all the veins, that the trunk may be discharged the breath as violently as hasty powder fire doth hurry from the fatal cannon's wound.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them.
Art thou so bare and full of wretchedness and fearst to die? The world is not thy friend, nor the world's love.
My poverty, but not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. And if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
Hold, there is thy gold. Worse poison to men's souls, doing more murders in this loathsome world than these poor compounds that thou mayst not sell. I sell thee poison, thou hast sold me none. Farewell. Buy food and get thyself in flesh.
Come, cordial, and not poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
Holy Franciscan friar!
This same should be the voice of Sister Joan. Welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo? Or if his mind be writ, give me his letter.
Going to find a sister out, one of my order to associate me, and finding her, the searchers of the town, suspecting that we both were in a house wherein the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth. So my speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Who bear my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it. Here it is again. Nor get a messenger to bring it thee. So fearful were they of the infection.
Unhappy fortune! By my brotherhood, the letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear import, and the neglecting of it made too much. Danger, Sister Joan, go hence, get me an iron crow, and bring it straight unto my cell.
Brother, I'll go and bring it thee.
Now must I to the monument alone. Within 3 hours will fair Juliet awake. Poor living corse, closed in a dead man's tomb.
Give me thy torch, boy. Hence, and stand aloof. Yet put it out, if I would not be seen. Give me those flowers. Do as I bid thee. Go. Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. The boy give warning that something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight to cross my obsequies and true love's right?
Give the magic and the wrenching iron. Upon thy life I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof and do not interrupt me in my course. But if thou, jealous, dost return to pride what I further shall intend to do, by heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. For this time, and my intents are savage wild.
I will be gone, sir, and not trouble you.
Take thou that. Live and be prosperous. And farewell, good fellow.
This is that haughty, banished Montague that killed my love's cousin. With what grief it is supposed the fair creature died.
Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague! Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die!
I must indeed, and therefore came I hither. Good, gentle youth, tempt not the desperate man. Fly hence and leave me. Think upon these gone. Let them affright thee. I do beseech the youth, put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury.
I do defy thy conjurations and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy!
I am slain. If thou be merciful, lay me with Juliet.
In faith I will.
Oh, my love, my wife. Death that hath sucked the honey of thy breath, that had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced there. Dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the lean, abhorred monster keeps thee here in the dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I still will stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here will I remain with worms that are thy chambermaids. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, O you, the doors of breath, seal with a righteous kiss a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary. Thy drugs are quick. Thus with a kiss, I die.
Romeo? What blood is this, which stains the stony entrance of the sepulchre? What mean these masterless and gory swords? Romeo! Oh. Pale. Who else? What? Paris too?
Where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo?
I hear some noise. Lady, come away from that nest of death. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come away. Thy husband in thy bosom there lies dead. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare no longer stay.
Go! Get thee hence, for I will not away. What's here? Oh, poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. Oh, churl, drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet doth hang on them to make me die with the restorative. Thy lips are warm.
Lead, boy, which way?
Yea, noise? Then I'll be brief. O
happy dagger. This is thy sheath. There rust. And let me die. This is the place, there where the torches doth burn. The ground is bloody. Search about the churchyard. Here is Romeo's man. We found him in the churchyard. Keep him in safety till the prince come hither. Here is a friar who sighs, trembles, and weeps. Stay the friar too.
What misadventure is so early up that calls our person from our morning's rest?
What should it be that they so shriek abroad?
The people in the streets cry Romeo, some Juliet, and some Paris. All run with an open outcry toward our monument.
Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes.
Oh, me! The sight of death is as a bell that warns my old age to a sepulchre.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up, to see thy son and heir more early down.
Oh, thou untaught! What manners is in this? To press before thy father to a grave?
Romeo?
Juliet!
Capulet!
It's the Capulet!
Montague! Friar, say at once without us knowing this.
I will be brief, for my short date of breath is not so long as is a tedious tale. Romeo there dead was husband to that Juliet, and she there dead, that Romeo's faithful wife.
Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Brother Montague, lend me your hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I'll raise her statue in pure gold. While Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo by his ladies lie, poor sacrifices for our enmity.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this, of Juliet and of her Romeo.